If I may, Mr. Chairman, sorry if we contradict ourselves, but we do have a similar lease agreement to this template already signed. And this is something that we've been, all along, we've been trying to tell our leaders of this beautiful state of Yap. We need to slow down and try our best in understanding the investment that is coming. First, the land here in Yap is not appraised. And as we can just heard from Mr. Senator Mulalak and Directing Attorney of MLSC, Yap Branch. In order to have those things, we can move forward with a better understanding as to the type of agreement we want and what needs to be in those agreements. And now it seems like we have a state with its government that could not help its citizens by providing them the right understanding so they can fully sign this lease with a better understanding and then sign this lease. So the question came up by our good Senator Jerry Falmouth, what can we do now? And what we suggest, Mr. Chairman, and to all the leaders of the Yap State, if we're not ready, let's put a stop to it, because we are not ready, and it's obvious to us that some of us are trying to look outside for a legal help. We do have help here. It's just that we don't know what we really want. And yes, we need investment, but what type of investment are we capable of accommodating without endangering our environment and our community? And if I may, while I'm still with this mic, this private thing that raised by the acting Attorney General and some of the speakers, I have a little problem with, because with my limited understanding to the law, as a trial counselor of legal service for over 20 years, even if I burned down my own house, I would prosecute it. So, how we can relate that to a lease agreement that we open it up so the outside world can come to the very limited person in the community, and what that would do to that community. Let me give an example. If we treat this in a private, then I would go to the store and get drunk and come to my own house and start shouting. It's a private property. I deal to a private business. I buy my own stuff. Nobody should bother me. Is this something that we want to foresee in the future? No. That's why we say we want a government that could unite each and every one of us and give us a vision so everybody could enjoy life. And that's what we ask our leaders. We want to have a good life, and our next generation could enjoy it. And this very template that we have, same with some of the leases that have been signed, similar. And we don't think it's a good thing. And I think we are capable. It's just a matter of putting our head together, the leaders especially, and say, is this something that we want? Sorry, Mr. Chairman, because we can only raise our concern, but the real cert is in each and every one of you leaders of this state to make the better future for every one of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we all cognizant of the concern that you raised, the lack of this issue of the nature of these transactions. From what I understand of what you're saying, and I think to some extent I agree with what you're saying, that you can do whatever you want to do privately, but as long as that does not have a negative effect on the general community as a whole, you'll be okay. But if you do private businesses and then you end up contaminating the whole entire society, then maybe you're not very okay. Thank you. Anybody else? Well,
Suro kami. When I came into this chamber this morning, I noticed that our outrigger canoe up here is half-masted. In my culture, when that canoe is half-masted out in the open sea, that means there is a very distressful situation at hand. And I hope this doesn't mean that there is a very distressful situation at hand right now. But I'm afraid, listening to what has been going on, there is a distressful situation that we are facing. First of all, I just want to respond to one of your questions, which I think was never answered. The question about our saying that we are shocked about this lease land template. We're shocked because even though we don't have very legal-minded people, we are shocked because it doesn't take legal-minded people to read this and to be shocked by it. You don't need a legal mind to know that this is a very one-sided agreement, which is benefiting only the lessee and very terribly put the lessor in a very terrible place. That's one distressful situation. I also find this very distressful because I keep hearing about this private business matter. This is not the first time. The very first time when we talk about this lease agreement or about this investment agreement and this ETG, we've asked several people, and they always tell us that it's up to the landowner. If they don't sign this lease agreement, the ETG will not come. My friends, now I'm hearing this all over again. The distressful situation right now is you are throwing our people to the shark. You expect our individual private landowners to deal with these people who are leasing the land. I know you have tried, some of you have tried to get legal assistance from outside. How successful have we so far? Now I know that there has been several lease lands signed already, as it's been mentioned. I find that very scary because those signed lease already, there's nothing you can do to change that. Contrary to what has been said before, that we can still change these things, this is the only time, now that this thing hasn't been signed, it's the only time we can do that. But it seems many of you are resisting the help that we are trying to get through our government. It's already been said that there is nothing wrong about getting the legislature to help us. It's right. They are our legal people, and we have the right to get their help. Now, I hope we are here because we are brothers and sisters, people born, raised, and fed here in Yap. And we're not trying to be lawyers, legal people who are trying to fight each other out, outsmart each other in this whole thing. What it comes down to it is for the good of our people. Forget about legal things. Let's do what is morally good for our people. We come together here as brothers and sisters, citizens of Yap. We feel we are united. Let not this investor divide us. So please, please, leaders of Yap, help us. If you can put a stop to this now, as it's been said, we're not ready to go forward. Some of our people have already been thrown to the shark. We don't want any more people thrown to the shark. Those of you who are in the position to lead us, please help us. I'm very disappointed that those key witnesses are not here. The Council of Pilum, the Council of Tamol, people in the administration, ETG people, they are the key witnesses to this. Why aren't they here? Why aren't they here to help us? I'm sorry to say this, but there is a right, there is a reason why we are half-masted. We are in a very distressful situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother John, for those comments. Any others?